Hi guys, I'm Kripa Jalan and welcome to The Weight Loss Warrior, a series aimed at making your weight loss journey a sustainable one. When it comes to healthy eating, there's certain golden rules you've been told to follow, like don't eat carbs at night, but some of these can be extremely misleading. Today I'm not here to talk about these conventional rules, I'm actually here to debunk them. So let's get down to some serious truth time. Most of us believe that in order to lose weight, we need to eat less. And to get there faster, we need to eat even lesser. Unfortunately, it's a little more complicated than that. Our bodies require real food and enough of it in order to operate. If you consume a bare minimum of calories, your body's going to hold on to whatever nutrition it gets. It's not going to have any energy left to perform daily tasks, let alone get in a workout. You may lose weight initially, but as soon as you return to your normal eating habits, and any food, I don't even mean fattening food, the weight's gonna come right back. And what's more, it's gonna come at the cost of a wrecked metabolism, which means it's gonna be that much harder for you to lose weight again. Ever tell someone you're a vegetarian and their instinctive response seems to be, but where do you get your protein from? There's a common misconception that animal proteins are the most predominant sources of natural protein. Now, protein needs differ from person to person depending on their active hours, their lifestyle, and even their body goals. For example, an active individual would require much more protein as compared to an inactive individual. About 30% of your daily calorie intake should be from protein, and these can easily be met using natural sources. So here's an interesting fact for you. Vegetarian sources of protein tend to be incomplete, whereas animal sources of protein like meat tend to be complete sources. But individually, take for example dal and rice, they tend to be incomplete. But when you pair them up, they tend to act as complete sources of protein. In an effort to eat clean, you may just pick up a bag of brown bread and think you're doing yourself a good deed, when in reality, you're just consuming white bread with the addition of caramel coloring. If the label reads wheat or enriched wheat, it just means white bread. White bread is considered to be unhealthy because of the way it affects your blood glucose levels. And I hate to break it to you, but caramel coloring does just that. While whole wheat bread may be more nutritious for you in terms of fiber and micronutrients, the calories between white bread and brown bread are almost the same. But if you're still adamant on consuming bread, go for a whole grain and not a brown bread. Cholesterol. The word itself is scary enough to give the innocent egg a threatening appearance and never make you want to look at it again. So you think that eating cholesterol directly contributes to raising your blood cholesterol levels, but it's a little more complicated than that. We tend to equate cholesterol with disease and consequently death, but in reality, cholesterol is extremely important for you. For example, it's required to make the bile acids in your body that aid in digestion. Given how important cholesterol is, our body has devised specific mechanisms to come up with it. That's blood cholesterol. But the cholesterol you derive from food is called dietary cholesterol, which is very poorly absorbed by the body. So the amount you eat has very little to do with your blood cholesterol levels, which means that the total amount in your body will vary very minimally. However, it's still important never to go overboard with your consumption, because there aren't many studies that depict the effects of consuming more than 3 whole eggs a day. It's better to be safe than be sorry. Until next time, stay tuned and stay glamorous.